Hi, it's Merrick Boyle of the Pride Personal Training, thepridepersonaltraining.com of Old Forge, Pennsylvania. I'd first like to wish all mothers a belated Happy Mother's Day. In particular, the mothers at the Pride Personal Training who pour their heart and soul into striving towards their goal. And at the Pride, we're inspired. All of our training staff is inspired by your efforts. And it makes us want to be better trainers. And we try to be as much as we can on top of things and learning constantly so we can continue to facilitate the amazing results that you've all shown. And you truly are an inspiration. I'd like to talk a little bit about appreciation today. And I talked a little bit the other day about goal setting. And they do piggyback off each other. Goal setting, talking about moving past your goals, hitting those barriers, and those barriers actually make you stronger. I can tell you something about appreciation. It's important to realize that we're all striving towards certain goals. Some of us harder than others. Others have different goals in the gym. Others have different goals in their career. And it's very good to push hard towards your goals and have that mentality that there's not a thing on this planet that's going to stop you. You're going to push through everything that comes your way. So important is to take a step back occasionally and to recognize when you're doing something and you've accomplished something. When you have 20 steps to go up a hill, up a staircase, that you go 2 steps, it's very easy to say there's 18 steps left, right? You got to recognize that you moved 2 steps up. You're getting a little closer now. You're moving towards your goal, right? You recognize those 2 steps, those areas of accomplishment. And I can promise you 2 things happen. The first thing is that you're telling your subconscious mind. You're making your subconscious mind aware that you're focusing on your progress. When you do that, your subconscious mind is more likely to act in a way that is going to attain those goals, okay? So that's really important, is you're training your mind into believing I'm not a mind of scarcity, I'm a mind of going after something, and I'm going to look at the positive and keep moving in that direction. Adversely, the same way is if you look at, I have 18 steps left, oh my God, what am I going to do? You're more likely to see pitfalls come about. Your subconscious mind operates without thinking, is you're going to see those pitfalls come in front of you all the time. So you got to focus on the 2 steps ahead. And I can tell you the second thing it's going to do, and this is so important, is that when you focus on those celebrations, you're happy. Right? You're ecstatic. If you look at a 20-step stairwell, and it takes you, let's say it's a career stairwell, and it takes you 10 years to get there, and you're striving, constantly saying 18 left, 17, oh my goodness, 15, 14. By the time 20 years go, you're on top of the steps, sure, but you didn't have the fun along the way. You got to recognize and be appreciative, so appreciative of each step along the way. It's so important to do that because at the end of the day, it comes down to being happy. It comes down to your life being a happy life, one that is fulfilled, that you've actually done something moving towards your goal. And if you don't do that, and I've seen this a million times, I've seen people who even come into the Pride and people outside the Pride who are very successful and they're at an older age. And I can tell you that a lot of these people are not happy. They have all the money in the world. They have all the jobs and all the great jobs and everything, but they're not happy. And I can tell you why. It's because they're constantly in the state of striving. They're constantly in the state of striving. It's a good thing to push for your goals hard. It's a good thing to push past those limitations, past those barriers that you're going to face. But what's the most important thing that you can do is focus on appreciating every single progress along the way, right? You do that, and I can promise you're going to see more positive things come into your fruition. You got to look at it. You want to be happy. I mean, don't forget about, you're pushing towards your goal. You put the fist up, let's go. You hit a barrier, we're going to bust through it. After you bust through that barrier, appreciate that you've done that. Have a minute to celebrate your body. For God's sake, we're telling ourselves all day long that we're no good. We constantly tell ourselves negative messages, myself included. I lock my keys in the car the other day. I must have called myself every name in the book. I said, how could I be so irresponsible, right? But the only thing is, when you do that, and we're all going to do that, there's a little trick to it, to avoid that from taking into your subconscious mind and actually staying there. There's a trick to it. When you down yourself, when you're saying something that, hey, I'm an idiot, I'm a fool, whatever it might be, immediately come back with a positive as related to what you're talking to. So if I say I lock my keys in the car, I'm an idiot, I'm an ass, right? Immediately come back with saying, no, you're not. No, you're not that at all. You're attractive, right? Or you got nice hair or something. Whatever you want to say positive about yourself, Say it fast, because you want to dispel what message you told your subconscious mind that is responsible for making decisions with you unaware. Your conscious mind's going to make the decisions, but you're acting constantly all the way out through the day, bringing things into your life, and in fact, things will open up for you when you start putting positive things in your head, and in particular, when it's related to your goal. You start giving yourself positive messages about your goal that you made, hey, 2 steps towards your goal. I'm feeling great about this now. I'm not thinking about no 18 steps. I got the 2 steps underneath me. I'll do that tomorrow or tonight. I'm partying. It's like 1999, right? So you focus on that. If you focus on that, your subconscious mind is going to begin to see things that you would not normally see. Your subconscious mind is going to start to say, whoa, I didn't see that before. Now I see it, and I can move towards my goal. The importance of the message you tell yourself. 50 people get in front of me right now and tell me I'm no damn good. And they've had in the past, right? I think we all went through a situation where people say bad things or whatever it might be. They don't mean a damn thing. Not a thing. Haters, whatever it might be. They're not getting in here. What the important message, most important voice is the voice that comes from your mouth. That's the most important thing. Cultivate your mind. Cultivate your voice. Be happy. Recognize those progresses. And keep striving for your goal. It doesn't say that you don't go for your goal all in. You go with everything you got, but understand that you have to focus. Focus on relishing the small achievements. And I can tell you, you're more likely to get to your goal. You're going to be happier, and you're going to make things happen. The Beast, the Pride Personal Training.